for June 22, this Monday, is the news about the fraud on Wirecard. So let's read the news. BPI and BDO decry fabricated documents on Wirecard claims. June 19, 2020. Actually, this is a news that broke out last week. And BDO and BPI actually decried about their company overseeing 800 million or 1.9 billion euros in the bank. So a few days ago, the auditing firm Ernst & Young called on BPI to investigate documents claiming the German fintech Wirecard had over 800 million euros worth of funds in the local bank. Ernst & Young, Wirecard's auditor, had refused to sign off Wirecard's 2019 accounts over some 1.9 billion euros worth of missing funds. Ernst & Young's search for the money turned to the Philippines because the documents alleged that Wirecard had assets in two local banks, BPI and BDO Unibank. BPI informed EY that such certification was bogus. BPI President Cesar Consing said in an interview with Inquirer on Friday that Wirecard is not a client, has never placed any money with the bank. BDO Unibank has also vehemently denied that Wirecard was a client or that it had any banking relationship with the once high-flying German fintech. In both cases, rogue employees appear to have been responsible for fabricating documents certifying that Wirecard had assets stashed in BPI and BDO. Upon further consideration and investigation, Consing said a very junior officer appeared to have a hand in creating this document. This officer had been put on preventive suspension as BPI is continuing to investigate the matter. What's clear is that no funds were ever received, no funds were therefore, and nothing was lost. Both BPI and BDO have reported the case to the BSP. We are not involved in the Wirecard affairs. Wirecard is not a client, no relationship whatsoever. President Nestor Tan said on Friday, BDO was used and not a party to the issue. So in the case of BDO, Governor Ben Jokno said that one marketing officer had fabricated a bank certificate in favor of Ernst & Young Germany. This officer has since then been terminated. So Wirecard CEO Marcus Brown said it cannot be ruled out that Wirecard AG has become the aggrieved party in case of fraud of considerable proportions. Meanwhile, a Boitis-led Union Bank, which signed a partnership with Wirecard to improve corporate banking services last February, assured that it had no exposure to the fintech firm. We signed a cash management service where we paid their merchants in the Philippines. This was on a testing mode but was delayed due to the lockdown, Union Bank President Edwin Bautista said in a text message. So for those who are thinking that BDO and BPI drop is going to drop based on the Wirecard news, it's important to know that actually any big drops on BDO and BPI can actually, given the Wirecard fraud, is actually a fundamental contrarian buy if they fall. But it could also be that people might be apprehensive on the banks itself, even without the Wirecard issue, as of course these financials have a lot of non-provisional loan exposure. So it really remains to be seen. But if it's just an isolated Wirecard fraud, it should be noted that both banks are not really losing money over this Wirecard fraud. None of them have custody of any. It is a fraud, so like there's no money in any of their banks, nor is Wirecard a client. That is the biggest news of the day, and then let's discuss what's happened in the market. So you can see that in the index, most of the trades still particular to and Dito. Merrimart and Dito Telecom. So Dito Telecom is now 373. Merrimart is now 3.6. You've got 200 million and 100 million. You've got 700 million value traded and 456 million value traded. So we could see that definitely these are really more of trading moves and have nothing to do with any press release. All of these can be considered speculative. But even on a speculative sense, take note that people continue to trade rampantly on these names. So far, people could be day traders, similar to the US. That's happening in the US as well. And I kind of share the chart of MM. in relationship to Hertz, the bankrupt company. Doesn't mean that I'm saying that it's a bankrupt company. It's just that from a momentum perspective, the hype move is kind of the same in the moves. Like strong moves, like this one went from about $1 to 6.50, made a drop, then had a rally to 5.50 before dropping down, and then another 100% up, 170 to 3.50. So the volatility is intense. You either have a big gain or a big loss, and it is the same here. So definitely in Merrimark, we saw that people sorry, this one, 250 is a 618 rule. So Fibonacci tells you that people are trading this name based on Fibonacci. And people would buy and sell. So far, the people who got in at 250, some of them could have taken profits near 330, or some have been holding as high as right now, 360. Assuming they bought near the lows, they made a buy reco here, and then they sell today or sell tomorrow. Either way, you still have these resistances, of course, 380 and 450. It could be broken. I'm not saying that it will be sold immediately. When it breaks, there's also a potential to go higher and higher as some people keep on speculating, making momentum moves. That said, you have to be understanding that these names are very much speculative. So it's really a trading game. Some people would avoid the name. Some people would trade the name. So it's really more like a casino, really, more like a coin toss flips. Then what else can you know? Okay, so Dito is being traded heavily as well. Of course, this broke out at about $3 just last week from 275 to 320. You could see the breakout here. Rallied, and then, yeah, the speculative move continues. Dito Telecom has resistance at about $4, but we don't know if that resistance would prove to hold. Nevertheless, if it proves to hold, then that's your resistance. But if it doesn't, you've got a lot of support somewhere here at about 280. So prudence tells you that if you got in the buying breakout here at about 280, you would be selling or scaling out partial of your position, whether it goes to 405 or 4.5, same as for Merrimark. You allow the volatility to move on the favor as it is still favorable for the bulls, but we cannot deny that this is a very volatile stock. Even from a 15-minute perspective, you could see that there were buyers here at 250. Some would have sold at 3. Thankful that it rose here at about 360. There's no sour graping here. It's just really a very difficult stock because of the volatility. Some people like the volatility, some people would not. Now, there has been news about people asking whether Security Bank is interested with East West Bank. Rumors are abounding that East West Bank is supposedly going to be bought out. Whether the rumors are true or not, Security Bank did nothing, but East West somehow has been rallying, outperforming the banks based on this issue since that rumor came out. As you could see, ever since East West had been rallying 750 to 850, that's about 1 peso gain in the last 3 days based on rumors. Whether that rumor is true or not, we wouldn't know. However, the market is reacting based on those rumors. Now, market-wise, we are seeing that your value traded is still dominant in a few names. So MM, Dito, the rest are really not moving much. So Emperador is down 1%, BDO is down 1%, DMC up 2%, Ayala Land 2%. The rest of the market has no traded much. Meralco, after falling 4% last week, bounces back to 5%, back to that unchanged area of 278 to 280. All Home made a 7% move. That is a strong move for All Home, but in a way, Home was actually a positive entrant on your earnings front. And until now, it's still the same. It's doing well, better than the rest ever since this strong earnings movement, which gave it a buy rating. So this is more like a continuation. A continuation move can go about 9 to 10. So you're seeing a typical higher low. We aren't seeing a higher low yet for the market. The market is still consolidating. how will this market go? Will it consolidate the same way as it consolidated here? You could see that 5.5 and 5.6 proved to be a consolidation for over a few months. Will PSEI consolidate from 6.2 to 6.3? Or will it go lower somewhere at about 5.7? So far in the USA, futures have been going down actually because of coronavirus spike in cases. So I'll discuss a lot of news for your global market update. But for the Philippines, it seems like we are actually muted. I wouldn't say that we actually didn't fall much today. The index is pretty much just almost like unchanged. So you've got 87 advancers, 113 decliners. Your market value is 6 billion. Losers are not that big. Actually, JGS, MPI, all of these like a 1 to 2% moves. Your gainers are neither going up big. So it's almost like an unchanged day. Because of your index sleeping at that 6263 range, there seems to be an equilibrium there. No bears and no bulls want to push the either side, no direction moves. So because of no direction at all, the market is trading the non-index speculative bets. And that's what we're seeing in the market. The rest have no value traded. As you could see, only and Vito has the trades. Everything else is almost nothing. So yeah, there's nothing to share to you except people continue to trade whatever is volatile, and it still is those two. Whether those two will continue higher, it tells you that the value traded is very strong, both on the upside and the downside. Volatility can go either way for these names. Thank you guys all day. Tomorrow, see you again. Bye-bye.